Heyo, Ben here, and welcome to the penultimate prediction for the 2016 presidential election. I'm recording this on Thursday at 2 o'clock, and I'm actually going to be doing this by poll closing times and by whether or not they'll be done. And I'm going to do this the same next week, except I'm going to factor in, but I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why I'm making the changes I am. I'm also not doing the gradient just because my computer is acting up. This is actually the third time I've tried to record this one because it's been acting up so much. Let's close that. So the first states to close, I'm going to highlight how I think they're going to go. Ohio has been leaning, it's more right-leaning than the rest of the nation. It's been that way for some time. North Carolina is a true toss-up, but with the amount of Trump support I'm seeing in Virginia, in the area that I'm in, and the fact that North Carolina, especially the majority of the state, is basically like this part of Virginia, I'm giving North Carolina to Trump, even though it's showing as a true toss-up. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3 percentage points. It's going to be close. Georgia as well is going to go Trump just because that's the way the state is. Believe DC is in that group too, yeah. And then those states, polls just show that, you know, Clinton's leading. DC, of course, by a huge amount, Vermont by a huge amount, New Hampshire by a moderate amount, and Virginia by a small to moderate amount. The next group of states that close start with Maine, like that, which isn't really a change. Connecticut, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania more than likely is going to go blue just because of the way that is. Illinois as well, but then you get Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. And I don't normally change a prediction because of one poll, but when it's the Bloomberg poll, I pay attention because that is arguably the most reputable poll out there. It has almost zero bias in either direction based off of its calls of previous election and where it's gotten it wrong. And they showed Trump up by 2. And this close to the election, that's good enough for me to say Florida's going for Trump. Okay? Now, the next bunch of states will basically determine the election. Okay? In this next group, this will determine where the election goes. Okay? And you can tell that just based off of how the states vote. Okay? So, and which ones get called? Michigan, more than likely for Clinton. Minnesota, more than likely for Clinton. South Dakota, Wyoming, Arizona, those are more than likely for Trump. Arizona is extremely close though. New Mexico for Clinton, Texas for Trump, Louisiana for Trump, Kansas for Trump, New York for Clinton. Okay. And there are 2 states to pay attention to here in this group. Colorado and Wisconsin. Now, of course, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, he wins the election. That's basically what it is. So, if Trump had won this, we know he's winning the election. But if he doesn't win Pennsylvania, this is the next poll closing time to look at. If he wins Wisconsin or Colorado, if he wins either of these 2 states, we know he's won. If he wins neither of them, we know he's lost. Okay? And here's the thing. I've seen a lot of polls tightening a lot in Wisconsin. A lot. And this is from a few pollsters. You can look on 538 to see what I'm seeing. Look at the updates section and then look at each individual pollster and where they are moving, okay? For example, one pollster has Wisconsin moving very much towards Trump, and as a matter of fact, gives Clinton only a 1-point lead. So Wisconsin and Colorado, I'm actually calling for Clinton, which means she wins the election, unless some craziness happens. Now, the next closing time does not have a lot of states. Iowa and Nebraska for Trump, Montana for Trump, Utah for Trump, and Nevada for Clinton. Now, it still looks like Trump is going to, pull across the line, but he's not, okay? He's going to get, in the next closing time, North Dakota and Idaho. Clinton picks these up, and that means she wins the election. Like I said, well, and then in that last closing time, we get Alaska and Hawaii at the same time, and basically we know how those are going to go. But this is what, so it's tightened a lot. I don't know why, but it has. So this is what I'm seeing. Again, Trump only needs to win one of either one of those two, or if those stay, he needs to win Nevada. Colorado would put him over the edge. So he needs to win a combination of Nevada, Colorado, New Hampshire would do it, right? Yes, New Hampshire would do it. So any combination of these states would do it. States that will only take one, I'm going to actually put in red. But it's going to be a tight election, at least from what I'm seeing. And like I said, the Bloomberg poll in Florida, you pay attention when it's the Bloomberg poll, because that is extremely important. And if he's winning Florida by 2%, I'm trying to remember, but I don't even think Barack Obama won in 2008 by more than 3%. So Florida's always close, but if you're winning by 2%, you're probably winning other areas that you're supposed to. So I would imagine that Nevada and Nevada also would go for Trump in this scenario, but since I haven't seen one recently with him up in Nevada, I'm just not going to do it. I've seen polls recently with him up in all the states I've called for him, so that's why I didn't give him Wisconsin, even though, the polls are really tightening really quickly. Same thing with Pennsylvania, where I've seen a few with Clinton only up by 2 or 3 or 1 even. I've seen a few where it's a dead even tie. Same thing with Nevada. I just haven't seen one with him up in any of these states recently, so I'm not going to call it for him. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.